Hey and welcome to the channel. My name is Jim and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to become an expert on LinkedIn with your company. LinkedIn is the #1 social media platform for companies and professionals. I will show you the very basics like how to set up your company page, how to post something, how to schedule a post and how to monitor the activity on your company page. I will show 3 must-do tips to get a head start on LinkedIn. And after that we'll get to the more advanced part, like how to curate content for your employees so that they can become advocates of what you do. We'll cover how often you should post and how the analytics work within LinkedIn. This platform can really boost the performance of your company. So let's get started with the very beginning, setting up your LinkedIn company page. So the first step is to open up the LinkedIn website. If you don't already have an account, make sure to sign up first. If you already have one, log in, and the first thing that you're going to see is the LinkedIn feed. On the top right corner you see an option which is called For Business, and you will see a pop-up which says Create a Company Page. We're going to click on that. Once you've done that, there will be 3 options. The first one, create a company page for small, medium and large businesses. The second one, a showcase page, which is basically a sub-page or an extension of your LinkedIn page, and it's designed to be a spotlight for individual brands, business units or other initiatives. Once you've created that page, it will be listed as an affiliated page on your main LinkedIn company page. We're not going to do that right now, but that is something you can do afterwards if that's relevant to your company. And the third option is an educational institution, which is relevant for schools and universities. We're going for the company page because that's what this video is all about. Once you've clicked on that, you will get a bunch of options which you want to fill in. The first one, the name of your company. The second one is the page public URL. So in our case, we're going for linkedin.com/company/how to get started. You can always change this afterwards. So if you feel like the URL is long or if you want to use something else, you can change that afterwards. The third option is to fill in your website. Definitely make sure to add your website because this will be used as a call to action. So if someone is interested in your services, they can directly go to your website from your LinkedIn company page. Make sure to choose the right industry. You can type in what kind of industry you are and then it will give you a few options. The organizational size determines how many employees you have, and make sure to choose the right organization type. In this case I'm going for a public company, but obviously you have to choose the one that fits your company. After that we're going to change the logo of our company. I've already created one, and once it's uploaded on the right hand side you will see a preview of how that's going to look like. After that you want to fill in your tagline. Again, make sure to fill this in because this will show people who are visiting your page what kind of services you offer or why they should visit your page. So definitely make sure to fill in that tagline. Once you've done that, you have to verify that you are the right person to create this page. Once you've done that, your page is created. Congratulations, you have your LinkedIn company page. The first step is done. So now that you've created your company page, you want to make sure that the look and feel of your company page gives a good first impression. So what we're going to do is we're going to change the banner. As you can see in this view, this is what it will look like if someone is visiting your page. This is a default banner from LinkedIn, but we want to change that to the style of your company. So what we're going to do is we're going back to the admin view. We're going to click on this pencil right here and we're going to upload the cover image. As you can see, the size 1128 for the width and 198 pixels for the height. Over here you can also zoom in, you can change a bunch of things, you can use filter, you can adjust the lighting, the colors. There are a lot of things that you can change. That's completely up to you if you want to change that. Once you've changed the banner, you can click on view as a member so that you can see what someone else will see. It will look like something like this. So over here we have a bunch of options from LinkedIn which will help you to set up your page for success. According to LinkedIn, if you fill in all these steps, there's a chance on average that your page will get 30% more traffic. So definitely make sure to go through all these steps. The first one is to add your website. If you didn't already do that in the beginning, make sure to add your website. Like I said, it's like a call to action on your company page so that people can directly go to your website. The second thing you want to do is add a description. This should tell what you offer as a company, what you're all about. The next things that you want to do is check if everything is correct. You can add your phone number, the year that your company is founded, and you can add specialties. These are super important because they are basically your keywords of what you offer. So in my case, I'm going for videography, editing, and social media, for example. But this depends on what kind of company you are, but make sure to fill in the right keywords because that will make it easier for other people to find you. Once you've done that, you can double check your page info. If you want to, you can change your logo, your company name, and like I said, you can change your URL so that fits to your needs. For example, I can change it to how to get started official instead of one. And you can also change your tagline afterwards if you feel the need to do that. Once you've done that, we can add a button to your LinkedIn page, which is basically a call to action. Again, you can fill in your website over here. You can choose the right option like contact us, learn more, sign up. That depends on your website. Once you fill it in, it will look something like this, and it will be a perfect call to action on your LinkedIn company page. So make sure to add this one. Here again is an overview of everything that you already filled in. Make sure to double check everything. So the next step is to add your workplace module. This will help your company to stand out and attract top candidates by highlighting your workplace and benefits that you have at your company. So the first option that you have is to choose if you work on-site, hybrid or remote. Once you've selected the one that fits your company, in this case I'm going for hybrid, you can describe your company's workplace policy. I'm going for working hybrid means. Then again you can add a URL, you can choose the typical time on site, and you can also add benefits of working at your company. For example, you have a gym at the office or there's a company wellness day. Once you've done that, save. The next thing that we can add are commitments. And commitments are promises to your employees and a broader community. There are a bunch of commitments that you can add. For example, one about career growth and learning, or about the work-life balance that you have at your company. So make sure to add them so that you can attract people that are interested in these commitments. The next step is to add your location. This is probably the location of your office, so make sure if you have an office to add that location, or if you have multiple offices to add all of them to these locations so people can see where you are working or where you are based. The next thing that we're going to do is to add a lead gen form. This is basically a form that people can fill in if they are interested in your services. It's like a call to action that people can use to get in contact with you. So first of all, choose your call to action. You have to add your privacy policy. I don't have one, so I'm going to add my YouTube channel. And you can completely personalize your lead gen form. So you can choose a headline. In this case, I'm going for how to get started. And you can add body copy so that you have a complete call to action on your page. And at the bottom, you will see a preview of what it's going to look like. Save it, and we're going on to the next step. Hashtags. So you can add up to 3 hashtags, topics that matter to your page. So make sure, kind of similar to these keywords, that you are using hashtags that are relevant to your company or to the industry that you're working in. In my case, I'm going for YouTube, LinkedIn, and technology. Save it, and we are ready for the next step. Featured groups. At groups you want to showcase. Members can see and request to join your groups from your page. So you can add featured groups if you have a specific group within your industry about technology or another service. You can add like a separate group and you can add it over there so that people can join or see that you're linked to that group. And the last step is to manage languages. In this case, my default language is English, but that completely depends on the country that you're in. Once you have set that up, you can translate it to other languages. So for example, if you want to have 2 or 3 or more languages on your page, that's completely possible. You can, for example, use English as your main language, but if a visitor from French is visiting your page, they can translate it to French. That's something you can completely set up yourself in the Manage Language section. So now that your LinkedIn company page is set up properly, I'm going to show you how to post something and how to schedule that post. As you can see right here, there's a section which is called Start a Post. If you would click on that, you can start writing your post. But in this case, I'm going to click on Photo because I have an image prepared. As you can see, my image is a 180 by 180 image, but you can obviously use different aspect ratios if you want to. If you click on Edit, You can edit your image by using filters or to adjust it. Once you've done that, click on Done. If you click on the pencil, you can edit your image. You can tag people in your image, other people or companies, and you can also add alt text. Once you've finished that, click on Done, and we are ready to write a caption. This is my first post on LinkedIn. And you can also tag people in your post. And you can also add hashtags, which I would highly recommend doing because people can find you through specific hashtags. So make sure to use hashtags that are relevant to your industry. So now that the post is ready, we want to schedule it to go live in the future. If you click on this button, Schedule for Later, you can pick a time and date which suits your agenda. So in this case, I'm going to post it and schedule it. If you click on this button, you can see a complete overview of all the posts that are scheduled for the upcoming time. As you can see right now, it's scheduled. However, if you want to cancel it, you can basically click on Clear Time. Because we want it to go live right now. And that will look like this. You click on the post button and it will go live immediately on your LinkedIn company page. If you click on View Post, you will immediately go to the post that just went live, and it will look something like this. If you want to see what other people would see on your platform, you can basically click on the button View as Member so that you can see what other followers would see. As you can see right here, if you click on Post, you can see what your post that just went live looks like. If you go back to View as Admin, you can also edit the picture afterwards if you want to change the copy or if you want to change the hashtags. You can pin that post and you can also delete it if you want to. So now that you know how to post something and how to schedule a post, let's have a look at the other options. As you can see, there's also an option to directly upload a video or to use a poll. And in this case, I'm going to show you what it looks like if we create a poll. First of all, you can add your question. So I'm going to add the question, did you already subscribe? Option 1, yes. Option 2, almost. And if you want, you can add another option. In this case, after this video. You can choose how long it will go live. And after you finish, you can add a caption and you can post it, or again, you can schedule your post. We also have the option to write an article on LinkedIn. Writing an article can have many benefits. You could, for example, share an article from a thought leadership point of view. As you can see, there are many things that you can change within this article. You can change the headline, you can add an image header, you can add different paragraphs. So definitely try to explore this, but it's something you should definitely consider doing. Once you're done with creating that article, you can basically click on Next, and again, you can schedule your post, or you can save it as a draft if you want to work on it in the future. So now that you know how to post something on your company page, let's have a look how you can actually monitor the activity around your company page. As you can see, there's a button which says Activity. Once you've clicked on that, you will get a complete overview of all the activity around your company page. So as you can see, we've just posted and we already got a reply from someone and someone liked our post, which you can see here. You can also filter by comments, by mentions, by reactions, so you will have a complete and in-depth overview of all the activity around your company page. And finally, we have this section which is called Admin Tools. This is a complete overview of all the things that you can do as an admin. So for example, you could invite other connections to follow your page, you could post a new job, create an event, or you can manage the admins that can run your account. So for example, if you want to add another person who is able to post on your company page, you can go to the Manage Admin section where you can add other persons. So now that your LinkedIn company page is completely set up, you obviously want to get a head start on LinkedIn. So here are 3 must-do tips to get a head start with your new company page. So the first thing that I would highly recommend doing is to tap into your network to grow your community on your new company page. As you can see, you can invite new connections to follow your company page. And this will help you to grow your community on your new company page. The second thing that I would suggest doing is to post often. As you can see, companies who post to their page weekly grow followers 7 times faster than those that post monthly. It can even get better. When you post daily, you can grow your followers 8 times faster than those who post weekly. So as you can see, if you post more, the chances are that your audience will grow faster and faster. So definitely make sure to post on a regular basis. The final tip is to make sure to know your own audience. Once you know your own audience, it's much easier to create content that will resonate with your audience, and that will lead to a bigger community and more followers and more engagement. So make sure to know your own audience. So right now we are back at the homepage, and as you can see at the top there's a button which says content. If you click on that, you will get a drop-down menu which says recommend to employees. We're going to click on that. Once you've done that, you will get to this page. And over here you will see a pretty similar interface as to doing a normal post on your LinkedIn company page. As you can see, I've already prepared an image right here. Once we've done that, we're going to write a caption. Check out our latest work. This is something your employees can change afterwards if they want to. So if they want to personalize the text, that's completely possible. So once we've done that, it will be right down here in your overview. As you can see, it's curated by me. You can edit the post afterwards. You can delete the recommendation. You can copy the link to the recommendation, which can be very useful if you want to share it internally with other colleagues. And as you can see, this is what it would look like for an employee. So it's recommended by how to get started. And if you click on the start a post button, it's ready to be posted on your own personal LinkedIn page. So that's how you recommend content for your employees. And the last part is about the analytics within LinkedIn. This is something I would highly recommend using because it can be very insightful to see how your content is performing and if your audience is growing, for example. So let's get started with the analytics. As you can see, we are back at the homepage and there's an option which says analytics right here. Once you've clicked on that, you will get a drop-down menu with an option to see the analytics around your visitors, the analytics around your followers, your leads, your content that you've posted, how your competitors are doing, and how your employee advocacy program is doing. So let's get started with the analytics around your visitors. As you can see, you will get some highlights about the visitors on your LinkedIn company page, and you will see a bunch of different metrics. You can filter them based on your page views, for example, how many unique visitors you had, and you can filter on different pages, for example. And at the very bottom, you will see an overview of all the demographics of the visitors. The next one is about the followers. Again, you will see some highlights about how many followers you've gained. In this case, we've gained 1 new follower. And you can also filter based on organic or sponsored content. So in this case, we gained 1 new follower and that was organic. If you want to, you can also export this data into an Excel sheet. So if you want to share it with someone else that is not an admin, for example, you can click on export and it will be exported to an Excel sheet. Next up, we have leads. This is connected to your leads gen form, which we did in the beginning. That's the call to action on your main page. So if someone filled in that lead gen form, you can see that over here. And again, you can download all that information about the leads that you gained with that form. Next up, we have the analytics around the content. And this is an interesting one because you obviously want to know how your content is performing, how many people clicked on it. As you can see right here, we've done 1 post, we got 13 impressions, the click-through ratio was 30.77%, we got 1 reaction, 0 comments and 0 repost, and finally we gained 0 followers, or it's unknown in this case, and the engagement rate was 38.46%. So some very interesting insights around that post that we did. And over here, you can filter based on the metrics. So as you can see, you can filter on impressions or clicks or comments. Then after that, we have the competitor analytics section. So if you have a specific competitor, you can add them over here and you can see how they performed and how you compare to them. So that's very interesting and very useful tool to take your advantage of. And finally, we have the employee advocacy section. This one is connected to the curated content. So for example, if an employee shared that specific post that we curated in the previous section, then you can see all the analytics around that over here. And there's another very insightful tool that you can use. If you want to see the analytics around a specific post that you did, you can basically go to your homepage, scroll down to that specific post, like this, click on Show Stats, and once you've done that, you can see all the analytics around that specific post. And if you want to see more analytics, you can click on the Show More Analytics button, where you will see an overview of every insight around that specific post. Hopefully this tutorial was helpful and you can get started with your own LinkedIn company page. If it was, make sure to like this video and to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.